welcome to another video. Today what we're going to do is have a look at the other pages on the Fortnite website. Now in terms of what you need to know for your exams, you have to know the home page and at least one other page from the website. But I'm not going to annotate all of the different pages because a lot of what you see on the home page appears in other pages as well. So what I've started to use with my classes and what I find really useful is to create a sort of table like you see here, where you go through each of the other pages, you talk about what their purpose is, and you talk about the sort of audiences who would access them. And this I find is quite useful because then the conventions that you see on the homepage are obviously going to be in the other pages as well, because that's part of the house style of the website and they want to create this sort of unified look and feel to the website. But you understand what each of the other pages do and why they might have them. So going through the Fortnite website then and taking those different pages in order, we start off with the Battle Pass, and you're likely to attract the primary audience who we've already sort of identified as these 18 to 24-year-old men, C1 to D predominantly, but you're also likely to get parents involved because the Battle Pass page is basically marketing for the Battle Pass for Fortnite. So this is one of the ways that the franchise makes money, by advertising different bundles that players can buy which will give them different access to various parts of the game. So obviously for those audiences who don't have a disposable income, and we're looking perhaps at slightly younger to the 18 to 24s here, their parents are likely to be the ones who pay for things like the Battle Pass, so they're going to be the ones also accessing the page. Now Creative and Save the World are two different versions of the game that exist within the same franchise. So the creative aspect allows for creation and sharing of these creations for other players. So as far as I understand, obviously not being a major Fortnite player myself, creative is where you can design things like levels or structures or skins and things to share with other people. Now typically the creation side of things is likely to attract a greater female audience to male. The difference between male and female in Fortnite though is so slight that really we could get away with saying both genders. Save the World, however, again, it's a different part of the franchise which creates a sort of social talking point because it's cooperative. Interestingly, there are lots of different versions of the Save the World game. So when you go onto this page, you see like the standard edition, the deluxe edition, etc. And so we're back to attracting not only that primary audience of Fortnite, but also the people who have that disposable income to pay for the games. Now the competitive page acts as a sort of information point. So this includes calendar, news and rules for tournaments, because the competitive side is literally all about the sort of esports tournaments. So you're unlikely to get younger audiences looking at this unless they're interested in watching it. Predominantly you're going to get the people who are thinking of entering, and so we're likely to have a slightly older audience, 21 to 30, and they're also likely to be higher up on that ABC scale, because you need a certain amount of money to actually enter these competitions and to train for these competitions. So you need to spend money to sort of try and earn money in the competitions. The news page, as you would imagine, and as we sort of get a visual of on the main website, is basically this tiled screen, which is a sort of display of stories regarding the Fortnite franchise. Again, we're likely to attract the primary audience, but we're also going to attract active primary audiences, so not just people who are playing it to fit in, and then likely looking at the secondary audience because there is information on things like the Battle Pass, the standard editions of the games, all the different sorts of versions that you can buy and different skins and V-Bucks and things that you can get for the game. Help acts as an information point for users. Now typically we're going to be looking at perhaps older audiences here, so parents who want information on the game for their children, people who are struggling with gameplay, people who are struggling with technological sort of support, so it's likely to be an older audience here. And then interestingly for the merch, they don't take you to another page within Fortnite's own website. What they do is link you to an Amazon page where you can buy all of the Fortnite merchandise. So we've got a sort of link synergy-wise here with Amazon. Again, we're likely to be attracting the active audiences who want to be a part of this community, but we're also going to attract parents, friends, grandparents who want to be purchasing this merchandise as a gift. Hopefully that's been useful for you guys. We don't have too many key terms today, so just a few here that you can be making note cards on. If you have any questions, comments, ideas or suggestions, please pop them in the comment section below, which should be working for all of you now. If not, or if you have any other questions, you can get in touch with me through Twitter and Instagram, which you can see at the top of the screen. Many of you in the questionnaire suggested that you would like me to be using the community tab on YouTube. Unfortunately, I can't use the community tab until I have 1,000 subscribers, so please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit the button below, get your friends, get your classmates, get people to subscribe so that I can start using that. For everybody who does subscribe, you will also get a shout out at the beginning of the next video, so please let me know if you haven't had yours yet and I will include you in the next video.